We're on.
Okay, line to left side, face me. Okay, so we'll start with erector spinae and quadratus lumborum. Easy one, right? We come this way. Approximate the pelvis, rotate him back. I can get, you can get into the QL with your hand here, and dig in erector spinae, try and release that this way. Alternative, forward, approximate the pelvis, dig the elbow in, release that way. What's next? Glute max on your belly. Glute max is this way, one leg up, his leg up. As pointed out, maybe there's a little external rotation. Glute max, really you're looking at the upper fibers, so mid-sacrum up to the top of the pelvis, pretty much right along his belt line. Digging in there with the elbow, releasing that. All right, what's next? Psoas, stay right there on your belly. So option one for the psoas, take the hand, slide it under the belly, dig up into his psoas, and just let your fingers sit there and sink in, playing around with different spots. You can look up and down the psoas. Option two, flip over to your belly. Bring the leg up, shorten up the psoas, fingers, umbilicus, slowly sink in as the patient exhales, get deeper and deeper, find that psoas, palpating up and down for where to release it. What's next? Iliacus, bend up this leg. Option one, with the thumb, be careful, protect your thumbs. I don't want to see any hyperextending thumbs, but if your thumb's strong enough to hook, option one, come into the iliacus, flex up the hip, press down into the iliacus as you go into the inside edge of the iliac crest. Option two, face the camera, Vinny, smile. He's smiling, you just can't see him. Actually, he won't be smiling in a minute. Option two, bend both knees up. Shorten the muscle, fingers hooking into the front edge of the iliac crest, sinking around the iliac crest as you try and find iliacus. Next. TFL, come, you can actually, TFL you could do right in the same position. You could just come right in this way. Anytime you're pulling towards yourself, you're gonna get a pretty good amount of force. So you can kind of come into iliacus this way with your elbow, or on your back bend, this way, and push down, always trying to shorten it, trying to push down into that TFL or elbow down into the TFL. Next. Piriformis on your belly, Vinny. Leg comes out to the side, support it on my hip, and piriformis a little lower down. You can kind of strum it with your thumb because it runs this way. To identify it, if you have a hard time feeling, it's a deeper structure, maybe a little tougher to feel with your elbow, as you guys pointed out. Or if you feel like you got it, and you know where it is, dig in there with the elbow. All right. Hamstrings here. Getting a fist into it, getting a forearm into it, releasing that hamstring. And then ischiococcygeias, right? Ischiococcygeias on your, put your back to the camera there. So one way to do it, inside lying, come in with the hand on the pelvis to pull towards a posterior tilt. The other hand finding the coccyx, working your way under where the piriformis is, and getting up along the outside of the coccyx underneath the ischial tuberosity. Same thing could be done in supine. Come back then onto your back. Hand goes underneath. Other hand here to push in towards a posterior pelvic tilt as your hand comes up to release ischiococcygeias. All right. So those are all your release techniques.